Bang! Neeves Knives. I'm Jared, and this is 5 Fast Knife Reviews with knives with some unique blade shapes. Now, this one is a clip point blade, but it's kind of a unique clip point because of how high this peak goes. Instead of it going straight and then clipping, it goes up and then clips back down, which is pretty unique. Now, this is the TUCSON TS232 that has kind of a traditional look to it, which I really like. And it is a locking knife, 14C, 28M blade steel. TUCSON does a good job with their 14C. Titanium frame lock with this feather pattern. It kind of looks like the wings of an eagle or something like that. Very, very well done. The action is incredible on it. There's just so much leverage in this flipper tab. It's so well placed. And man, that blade flies out. And if you don't hold the clip, it has a really cool ting to it. Really good, nice acoustics if you don't hold that clip. If you hold the clip, you won't get it. But if you don't hold the clip, you'll get that nice loud ting noise. Very awesome knife. I love like the teardrop kind of look to it. And it's very comfortable in the hand, nice and slicey with this full flat ground blade, very useful. And I do have a full review coming up on this one. I'll try to link as many as I possibly can down in the description. Next, we have the KAISER Apus. Now, this looks like a traditional drop point blade, but if you zoom in here to the tip, you see it clips downward a little bit. And it actually brings the thickness of the blade out to the tip and then gives you like a little spear at the tip, which winds up making this incredible for opening things up. It's almost like a little claw. And it's very well done. Shred carbon fiber, S35VN blade steel on a beautiful stone washed blade. I love their stone washing. Titanium frame lock, titanium clip and backspacer. It is riding on ceramic caged bearings, and it's a front flipper, and you can reverse flick it. Nice compact little knife. It's not a big knife at all, but everything is well done on it. You see we have a lanyard hole back there. The carbon fiber is going to stop you from getting death lock because you can put your finger on the carbon fiber instead of on the frame lock. So yeah, extremely well done. The fit and finish is really, really good on it. The action's really good on it. The hole is a little tight in there, but still, I find it's easy to get to. Nice flat ground blade that is slightly robust, especially at the tip, yet very acute because of the way they designed that tip. So you're not going to have to worry about chipping or breaking it, but yet it's going to be extremely fine for nice details. Next, we have, now this is a new knife company where KAISER's making their knives, and this is the KAISER Nightshade. So these will be available very, very soon. So keep your eye out for this knife. Now this is a shilling cutter blade shape, and man, does it work great. It is such a useful blade shape for utility cuts, for slicing, for cutting straps. It just works for everything. And it has micarta scales with a brass bolster. We have steel liner lock. Very good action. The flipper tab is very comfortable, easy to use. You get a lot of leverage in it, whether you're doing a push button or a light switch. Nice and slicey, nice and thin behind the edge. And man, does this thing work great. Nice and comfortable too. And I like how the blade is always aiming at everything. You know, no matter what grip you have, the blade is aiming at what you're going after. This one is an N690 steel, deep carry pocket clip. And like I said, this is a prototype. So this will be available very, very soon. Next, we have the Spyderco Chubby. Now, this thing is discontinued, so I hate to give it to you guys' attention, but you can find them on eBay and on the secondary market. They do get pretty expensive, though, because these are sought out pretty heavily. It has a very, very thin, deep, hollow ground blade. I can almost feel like I'm touching my finger on the other side. You can see how deep that thing gets. It's incredibly thin. It's like a little razor blade. But it is a drop point blade, I guess. But it's a very unique drop point blade because it's all belly. There's no flat area. This is just a half a circle right there. So really good for slicing things. But you still have kind of a beak here for a tip that's thin, yet this blade stock is so thick. You see how it goes. And then you have another hollow grind up here. CTS XHP, oh no, sorry, S30V steel. I'm sorry, I was confused for a second. S30V steel. These are numbered. Titanium frame lock. No lock bar insert, but very, very well done. Does have the reverse flicking action or thumb flicking. Titanium spring clip. Nice and comfortable in the hand. And the name makes sense. The Chubby. Oh my goodness, this makes sense. But it is such a cool knife. It does have these little carbon fiber inlays. And yeah, I think it's awesome. I'm surprised they discontinued it because it seems like a lot of people seek that one out. And last but not least, the Kooby Darkness. Now, what makes this one unique is it is a recurved tanto with a dual hollow. So instead of like a lot of dual grind tantos, it has a hollow here and a flat grind here. This one has a hollow and a hollow here, and it's got this recurve. So you have this tip right here that's very pronounced, yet the tip that's normally, or this front edge, is normally robust on a dual grind. This one's nice and slicey. So it's going to be, it's still going to be, useful in all the ways that tanto is useful, but this one's going to be extra slicey up here at the tip. So lots of penetration there for slicing, wedging, or anything like that. And because it's two hollows meeting up, it makes this tip very acute right here and slicey. And since you have the recurve, it's nice for getting into things and opening things up. The flipper tab on this knife is also awesome. It's so comfortable to flip this knife. You see how it's like positioned? I don't see a lot of flipper tabs like this. And it's very comfortable. You have a ton of leverage in this flipper tab. The detent isn't really strong, but as soon as you break the detent, the blade flies. It is on ceramic bearings. You do have a reverse flicking hole that you can thumb flip or reverse flick. Incredibly smooth. G10 frame, or G10 scales with a steel liner lock. It's easy to get to. And yeah, man, this flipper tab just really, it's a very comfortable flipper. I don't see a lot of flipper tabs that are positioned or feel like this one. Steel, regular pocket clip, spring pocket clip, and they leave you a lot of room to grab this knife and pull it out of your pocket. Now, this steel right here is AUS 10. So we have AUS 10 steel, which is a good steel, especially for this price. It's going to be easy to sharpen. Also, being a liner lock, this is going to be really easy for lefties to use. Now, the clip is not reversible, but a lot of times with frame locks, it's hard for lefties to use because their hands go over the lock bar and put pressure on it. And when you do that, you lock yourself out of the knife. But being a liner lock, it works really good. Bead blast finish. And you do have a little bit of jimping in a few areas to make it nice and comfortable in the hand. It is a little blocky, but it's still very comfortable in the hand and extremely, extremely slicey. I do think this is a great work knife. And even with the primary tip, it's not overly thick. A lot of tantos are really thick at the tip. This one is not bad at all. It's good. It's really good. They do have a nice plunge grind here, so you can get some good sharpenings out of it. And yeah, there you guys go. Like I said, I will try to link all of these in the description. The Chubby, I won't be able to link, but I'll probably be able to link the rest of them, or I will at least attempt to try. So there you guys go. Oh yeah, I won't be able to link this one either. I apologize. The Dectalith will not get linked down there. I do have a full review on this though, if you'd like to see it. A couple of these other ones though, the reviews are coming up. I love you guys. Thanks for watching. Peace.